right. Hello, everyone. We are lagging now for the second match of the night. We have Rod Galan versus Jesse Link. Should be a very competitive match. And also remember, between the first and the second set, we will be asking a trivia question to give away a pair of free Jaguar tickets to the Jaguars versus the Chargers. Jesse to break. Pockets the wing ball. One ball and the cue ball both end up at the far end of the table. Looking at a defensive shot here. Looks like he's going to go off the left side of the 1, try to hide him behind the 9. He has done that well. So our first look at Rod Galan, local Jacksonville player, very good player. I've played a few times. Really knowledgeable. Good full hit on the 1 ball. I think he'll be okay with that. You know, this is really one of those shots where you feel like you really should shoot at it, but it's a difficult shot. And of course, Jesse stones it, and he is off and running. Don't see any problems here. Okay, inside 2 rails. Really just has to get on the 5 ball where he has an angle to come out for the 6. Should just draw it back just a little bit. Okay, making sure that he gets across the pocket line on the 6 so that the angle naturally carries him towards the 7. Just don't get straight here and you're good. Here I like coming 2 rails out towards the 9, but really you can stun out. Anything's acceptable. Yep, just like so. Barring the unthinkable, Jesse Link will take the 1-0 lead. All right, quick first rack. No real problems there. Jesse runs out as expected. Good thing he didn't have to put the 9 ball in. Probably would have missed it. Yeah, he really did a good job of staying in line there, and not overcomplicating things. I played Jesse a number of times. He is tough, especially if he's in stroke. Rarely gets out of line, makes solid decisions. I mean, he's not really a player that you expect is going to make a lot of mistakes. You have to really take it from him. All right, so we are set to break on the second rack in the first set. Jesse Link versus Rod Galan. Rod really didn't make any mistakes there, just, got a bad roll. That's pool. Okay. Wing ball is in. You're going to see that consistently throughout this match, I think. So stuns across. Didn't mean to rub the two ball there, but has a little angle. I think here, just getting off the rail. He elected to try to draw it. Now he's gotten a little bit acute on the four ball, but still should be fine. Yep, nice and controlled, middle of the table. I think he'll stun this up back to play the 6 on the side. He really hit that ball well. Just catching that long rail on the way in on these diamond tables with the deep shelf can be penal. This is also tricky for Rod. Any ball that's that deep, it's hard to predict how the cue ball is going to come off one of the corners. And as we have all done on diamond tables, he kicked and did not hit the ball because it's sitting on the shelf and it's below the I don't want to use the word tits, but I'm not sure what else to call them. The points, as I was informed. Trying to keep this PG. All right, so one rail out. Now, this point, he'll probably play this in the corner. It's a little different now he has ball in hand. Yep, just like this, out to the middle of the table. Don't overcomplicate it. He really has to pay attention to that 8 ball, though. I don't think it goes past the 9. He can either get a one rail angle to kind of come up to cut it in, but also you want to be fairly flat on the 8. You don't have to come up and down the table.
Yeah, the 8, I'm assuming it goes in that lower left, the way he played shape on it, but we'll see. He checked it, so.
Yeah, it must. It's going to be on the rail, but balls are in close proximity.
Just a little tricky angle here, but.
Yep, just
Yep, that's the best way to do that. Yep, that was a good shot.
All right, and again, barring the unthinkable, Jesse Link will take 2-0 in the first set. Still a lot of pool to be played. Anybody that's still online with us, feel free to check in the chat. Let us know who's there. At the end of this first set, we'll be asking a trivia question. First one to answer correctly will get 2 tickets to the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the San Diego Chargers on November 16th. Compliments of Alpha Apparel.
Oh, the most. Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Jesse briefly measuring up the swerve shot, or maybe the jump, decided against it, pushing out for distance. How do you like that push out, Scott? With a 4 or 5 hanging in the pocket.
I don't really. I mean, I don't think that's ideal. I mean, he does leave some distance, but I might have 2-rail kicked at that one ball without even pushing out. But oh, he's going the other way. Okay.
Yeah, unless we saw the angle wrong, I think I'm.
I thought the other way was yeah, me too. But that's okay.
Yep. No.
He's got another. Good shot.
A little hyper about the 7, but he really controlled that one ball well, and that's something that higher level players do really well. Good confident stroke here. Yep.
So I think he was trying to go back and forth twice, and I might have hit that a little easier and just. But
yeah, I think so. You know, if you haven't played on this table is very fast. It does slide a little bit, and it plays a lot different than your normal pool hall tables that have a lot of grime and dirt and things on them. So speed control is an issue at times, especially if you haven't played here much. And just like that, Jesse gets hooked.
Yeah, I don't know if he misjudged the speed or caught it a little thick, but I think he can see the edge, so he should be able to play safe.
Yeah, you think send the 4 ball up towards the middle diamond, just bring the cue ball up table?
Yeah, definitely. Should be able to miss the kiss, so.
So, you know, a good tip that I have used for many years is that when you're shooting a ball across like that or a bank, if you can shoot the cue ball directly into the pocket past the ball, there's not really a kiss. But if the pocket is obscured by the ball, there's a good chance there's going to be a kiss there, and you have to put either inside or outside of English on it to miss the kiss. Great shot there by Rod. Tap ball hit.
Yeah, that's true, and I don't play enough like one pocket or bank pool where I have to worry about that too much, but I believe the kiss is actually more prevalent if it's lined up to one point or one side of the pocket versus the other. But yeah, in general, if that pocket's kind of there, it's you've got to usually use a little English to get out of the kiss.
I think he can come off the left side of this 4. Let's see. Nope, he sent it down to the rail. Nothing wrong with that.
No.
It does leave Rod a lot of options. I mean, he's only half table away. He can really do anything he wants. I don't think he's going to go offensive here.
No, I think I would just cross this ball just like that. Yeah, and those
shot.
Balls up table are going to block.
Yeah, that's something, you know, playing defense, trying to hide behind a single ball is very difficult. But when you have a wall of ball, each ball is 2.5 inches, and if 2 of them, you know, and there's a ghost ball on each side. So really
he might have left a little gap here just to hit the ball at least. He did.
Yep, good shot there.
That was a good shot. Yep. And again, you got that kind of 3 balls helping you out.
Right.
Now he can see the edge here, so.
I like trying to split the difference here, get on each long rail, maybe the 9-ball hooks.
Yeah, I again, it's hard to judge the exact angle, but I think sometimes if you go all the way up table, that 4 scoots out by the corner pocket. Yep.
Yeah, that's why I kind of played.
Yeah, if you do the 50, if he could see enough to do like the 50-50 shot, yeah.
All right, so now he's got a good angle to come 2 rails into the 7 in the top right-hand corner. That's how I think he'll play it. Nope, elected to go to the side. little underneath this ball. Let's see what he does here. Okay. Yeah, so he was full enough on it, he could just draw straight back. Jesse Link takes the lead 3-0. Really hasn't made many mistakes. But there's still a lot of pool to be played, as we saw in the first match. David won the first match 5-0, ended up losing the full... he lost the first set. He won the first set 5-0, and then ended up losing the match. So still a lot to go on here. Yeah, Matt, Jesse's really playing well. He's as you know, he works a lot on his game. Is always gambling, playing quite a bit. And when he gets in stroke, he is one tough cookie. Aggressively chalking his cue. Jesse to break. He's been having a lot of success from that side, so I don't see any reason to change. Once again, one ball goes up towards the kitchen, wing ball goes in. If the one goes past that 4, which I'm not sure it does, but if it did, he'd be in business. If the one ball doesn't go past the 4, I really like shooting the one ball to the short rail underneath the 4 and leave the cue ball down there. The one ball kind of goes up table. Let's see what happens. Okay, so he kind of shot a two-way shot there.
Yeah,
about that?
Wasn't a bad choice, especially being up 3-0.
Yeah, kicking towards the short rail, trying to hit this ball full, create some separation.
Hit it too hard though.
Yeah, I agree. So that's the problem with hitting a kick too hard, is that even when you hit it, the ball tends to come back to where the cue ball was instead of separation.
It's a good shot.
Yep, a little love from the 6. I think if he gets good on his 3, this rack is a foregone conclusion. He's looking at playing in the corner. I think I pull it back and try to play it on the side. What do you think, Scott?
No, I agree with the corner.
Okay.
Because then I can just roll this ball over to the opposite rail and let it float out from the rail a little bit. Oh, he crushed it. I can't believe he was trying to go twice back and forth. I don't think the angle was that steep where he had to do that, but maybe it was.
Yeah.
I think I would have been comfortable just kind of rolling that ball with a high, a little bit of left, and just kind of drifting across table.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a head scratcher. I mean, he's
he must have been trying to go twice, like back and forth twice. Good hit.
All right, let's see what Rod's got.
All right,
I favor him to get out here, but anything can happen here at the Rod.
Yeah, it's funny. I do drills a lot with 4, 5, or 6 balls, and it's amazing once you get to like 6, especially. Just how many more things can go wrong sometimes. I mean, he's more than capable of running these out, especially the position they're in.
Yeah, I agree, Corey. The table with the speed is tough, and then how much the spin actually takes really affects where your cue ball ends up, and it's hard to predict. Typically, newer cloth like this, the spin doesn't take as well. I struggle with that myself.
Oh, that's. So I was curious how he hit the ball like that, but Yeah, I was watching Rod. I didn't hit any balls on the table yet myself, but I was just watching Rod and kind of watching how the balls was reacting. It looked like the cloth is worn in a bit. It's not like brand new.
Yeah.
So personally speaking, I don't mind that. I think it's easy to adjust to the speed. I have a hard time when it's like brand new and the
Yeah.
balls are brand new. It can definitely surprise you a bit. But let's see what he does here. He's a good shot maker, so
Right. Missed that by a good margin, but he's going to get a good
I
roll.
think he'll turn out okay. Yeah.
So what I like here is actually cutting the 7 ball a little bit to our left as we look at this at the screen with a little bit of inside English to snuggle it up against the 9. Um, you could also split it, half ball hit, go middle diamond to middle diamond. Yep, just like that. Now don't accidentally make this ball, Jesse.
And you don't want to leave it in front of the pocket either, ideally, but
Right.
against me, you can do that because I won't jump the ball. But
So the split cloth, if he's going to miss this, it's going to be long. Let's see how he judges it. Yeah.
as you said, yeah.
That's the miss. I mean, it's just you have muscle memory. You're kind of
Yep.
calibrated to normal bar conditions, pool hall conditions, and this plays a little different.
Big thing I've learned with all the systems I use when I'm playing on a somewhat newer table is a good just rule of thumb is to hit more middle ball instead of high ball when you're hitting those shots, and it tends to roll a bit truer. You don't get kind of that hydraulic follow effect off the rail. Well, like we said, he was thought we were, it looks easy to get out on paper, right? But there's a lot of things that can happen. Oh,
Wow.
that I did not expect.
Uncharacteristic miss by Jesse.
And no reason to hit the ball that hard unless he was just trying to, sometimes you do that to give yourself some confidence or something, but
Well-
he was already playing well.
What that tells me is he was close to the rail and he must have been straight in for some
He
reason.
might have been. But you can still hit that at the distance from the pocket. You could still roll that pretty nice. Good shot, Rod.
And
Yeah, I'd almost like to go. I don't know how to do the replay on this machinery, but I'd almost like to go back and see how close he was to the rail. I do agree if he was real close to the rail, sometimes you want to jack up a little bit.
Well, Scott, I'm a doctor. I'm not a
You're not a videographer,
so-
yeah. Well, we're just going to have to watch that later, but
Yeah, that was really surprising. I mean, I played Jesse a lot, and he is, as most everyone on here knows, is a solid player, and it's rare for him to miss a ball like that. But
it happens 100%. Yeah.
and you got to get over it and move on. Like Ted Lasso says, be a goldfish, short memory. So, John, this is a tournament series. There's 16 players here in Jacksonville that are part of this. We play 2 to 3 matches every week.
Set 3, set a second one.
Just 1 second, got to correct the scores. But yeah, John, this is the Alpha series. At the end of the series, there will be a money prize.
Three. Top is, I think it's Jesse. Got good on that ball, short side. 3 does not look like it goes by the 7. So ideally you'd want to play it in the side, but I don't think he can get up there from there. Yeah, he's just going to take his medicine and...
I might have thought about, if I wasn't on the rail, I might have played save off the 2 ball with a 3 not going, but, now...
I mean, this combo's not horrible, but with the distance, I don't know. But I mean, you may just have to. Oh, he's gonna. Okay, he's gonna play safe. There we go.
No
Yeah,
problem with that at all.
it's a good
I mean, from
shot.
that distance, the three ball is going to go kind of towards the top rail. It's hard to control both
Yeah,
balls and make the combo. I
I
think
don't like it myself, but some people see that really well. But yeah,
so. I think kick two rails at this ball. Just like so, good hit. Sometimes the rolls don't work out, but
yeah. Again,
shot.
I think in that position, you either have to kick that softer or harder. That kind of medium speed in that instance. I mean, generally can leave a shot, but it's a good shot.
Yeah, Jesse really does a good job maintaining angles. He never really gets straight on when he has to move the ball. He has good stun angles. He does that really well, as you just saw. Like notice when he gets on the 8 ball, he'll be on the correct side of the 8, so he doesn't go away from the 9. Taking his time. He had an extension to his cue. Nope, he's going to use the bridge.
Yeah, the shot he just shot there too. We all do it, but when I'm thinking properly, I try to just keep the cue ball more toward middle table. But that instinct is to really try to get close to go toward the 7. And I don't think anybody really wants to lean over the table or use their extension or a bridge to shoot the ball if they can help it. But he did get good on the 8. So again, all he's got to do is just kind of stop it and drift up or back a little.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's something that better players do when they're playing position. They're not just looking at the angle; they're considering how well they can reach the ball. I mean, sometimes taking a longer shot to reach the ball. I know that's not something that I do often that I need to be better at, but that's a very good point.
Yeah, it was good out.
4-1 Jesse Link in the first set.
Yeah, I'll tell you how you learn that. It's by losing a bunch of losing a bunch of matches by missing stupid shots where if you had just rolled a foot further up, you could have had a nice clean stroke on the ball. Especially for a right-hander, like when the ball's on the left side rail.
Yeah.
If you a lot of times you're or sorry, yeah, the other way, I'm sorry. And you'll roll up like 2 diamonds and then you realize you've got to stretch. And if you just rolled up like 3 or 3.5 diamonds, then you can reach it and it's no problem.
All right, looks like we're coming down. Rod is more than capable of coming back in this first set, but stay tuned between the first and second set. We've got a trivia question for everyone in the chat. First one to answer correctly gets 2 tickets to the Jaguars versus Chargers on November 16th. Compliments of Alpha Apparel. So stay tuned. Jesse Link to break. So making that corner ball pretty consistently. And again, the 1 ball goes in the kitchen. He's down in the same area. Let's see if he gets a good roll. He does not.
Yeah, he's been squatting the cue ball okay, but it got kissed that time. But he would have been in good shape with that break. It's been hitting him pretty square.
Yeah, I think sometimes players get a little too aggressive here, trying to come off the 1 to make the 6, and the 1 ball kind of gets out of control. I think just a good solid safety here. He's up 4-1. No reason to take unnecessary risk. He also knows Rod is capable of stringing some racks together, so...
I think he was trying for the 6.
Yeah, I don't like that. But, if you 4-1, you can also take some flyers.
No, I agree with you, though. Me personally, I mean, I don't know, at that angle, you've really got to hit that 1 pretty clean to make the 6 and get shape on the 1, so...
Yeah, I remember I took a trip up to Virginia to play in a tournament, and I played a guy named Eric Roberts out of Tennessee. He's a 740 Fargo or so.
Yeah.
He broke around the first match I played. He broke around the first 5 racks, and on the 6th rack, he came out, made the wing ball, and played safe on the 1 ball, and I was welded behind the ball. And to me, I was like, I have no chance in this match. This guy just broke around 5 and then welded me to the back of the ball. So I think sometimes that's the power move, but Either way, let's see what Jesse goes here. I personally like the safety, but I think cutting it in is reasonable as well. You shooting at this, Scott?
Probably not. From this angle, what I can tell, no. Not sure what he was trying there.
I actually think he executed what he was trying there. Two rails trying to get the two ball
Yeah,
over
he might
by
have
the
been, yeah.
4-7, and but
I would have probably crossed the ball and just sent the 2-down table, but you know,
more than one way to skin a cat, right?
there is for sure.
All right, so thin off the 2, maybe.
Yeah, this is one where, again, if you can see enough of it, I don't mind doing what he just did. Yep, so that was a good shot.
Okay, and okay,
Yeah,
there we go.
I don't mind that because the natural angle was going to take you up that way anyways, so. It's the second one that he bobbled a little bit like that.
Yeah. All right, so I think here I'm trying to anticipate to plan on running into the 5 ball, maybe knock it a little bit up the rail.
Yeah, I hit this with high left, like a slow spinny stroke, and if I do hit the 5 at all, it's going to spin away from it. Some people don't like using all that inside English, and you can just kind of like bump it on purpose. But again, with my 3 cushion background, I don't mind using like max English and just slow spinning the cue ball.
Oh, I see. You're talking about the slow spin and then lengthening it out and then still shooting the 5 in the bottom left.
Correct.
I was thinking more
yeah.
about the opposite English, kicking the 5 ball over towards the corner, then coming up above the 9. But really, either way, your way is probably better.
Yeah, see, that way,
like that.
That's what I would do if I had to run into the ball. But I don't like to bump balls if I don't need to. And again, you got to weigh the option. I mean, from that distance, I have very high confidence with the max spin shot. But bumping it at the speed and the angle that he did, there's nothing wrong with that either. Is he going to draw back above the 7? Yeah, see, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it's funny. Look how that draw killed off that.
Yeah, and he's got a great stroke, but if you just roll forward a foot and then just roll the 7 up to the corner pocket, it makes it almost automatic.
I like to play safe. Jesse's generally an aggressive player.
Yeah, good choice.
So yeah, I have no problem with that.
I think sometimes, and Jesse's probably a little above this level, but for people that are in that 6 to 650 level, one of the things that I see for them to improve is to work on being a little more defensive, because kind of that balls to the wall method is just, it only works up to a certain point.
Right.
Not too bad. Left some good distance, an off angle. I think he was trying to get behind the 8 there, which he wasn't that far off.
Yeah. I mean, I think from here, Jesse's a great player, but the 9 ball's in the natural path of the cue ball. If he gets out from here, then more power to him. But
yeah, I don't mind.
I did pretty well.
I don't mind shooting the 7 in the lower left. I think it goes by the 9. I can't tell, but
I think he just crosses it. Yep, just like this.
Which, yep.
Just got to make sure you get at least to the 8.
The reason why I don't mind, I'm not an overly aggressive player, but the reason I don't mind shooting it to the lower left is because if I miss it, I'm going to tend to overcut it and leave it on the end rail, and my cue ball's going up by the 8, so it's a little bit of a two-way.
Yeah, I used to play a lot when I grew up. I played on Brunswicks with 5-inch pockets, and
yeah, me too.
Overcutting the ball and cheating the pocket was really a part of the game. But now with these diamond tables and these pro cut pockets and things, I mean,
it's still doable. You just got to be a little more careful.
Yeah.
And the cue ball's the object ball's got to be a little closer to the pocket, or have a good direct angle of approach into the pocket. Rod hit that really well.
Yep.
To hit that where you're obscuring the whole ball, that's good work. So there's a really good system I know for this type of shot, and it's extremely accurate. We'll see. Jesse had some other ciphering he was doing.
I love the speed you hit that at.
Yeah, that is. We've been talking like kind of in between that soft medium.
Yep.
You get a lot of good results that way. Well, this is cuttable, but he's close to the rail, and ideally you'd want to draw the ball out of there. But we'll see what he does. He might be able to bump the 8. Oh, he went for the bank.
Great shot.
Ballsy. I love it.
Yep. So now here, this is something that I think I see lower level players do. I prefer to come 2 rails out of the bottom right corner. I wouldn't play it this way.
Yeah, me neither. There's nothing wrong with that, but the 2 rail shot puts the brakes on after the 3rd rail, and when you learn to come in between the 2nd and 3rd diamond, it's a little bit easier. But
Yeah.
the way he hit that, though, it was fine.
All right, Rod is mounting his comeback 4-2. Yeah, I agree, Scott. Coming 2 rails out of the corner, even if I hit a little light, I'm in the middle of the table. It's not a tough shot, but man, you get really underneath that 9 ball. I mean, it becomes missable. I mean, you expect to make it, but still under the gun. I want I want a shot that I can see pretty well.
And the other thing too, I've noticed, as much as I probably enjoy using inside English more than the average person, and again, that just comes from a lot of 3 cushion where you're hitting a lot of shots with inside. The outside or slight outside English is just a much more natural way to hit that ball, and you can hit it at a wide variety of spins and speeds and still land perfect on the 9. Where the way he shot that, you had to really have your speed and your spin down pretty well.
I agree. All right, Rod to break from the opposite side. He also makes the corner ball and the 1 ball on the side. You would think normally making the 1 ball on the side is a benefit, but with this magic rack, when you can count on the wing ball going in, you really don't want the 1 ball to go in the side.
If I'm playing with a magic rack, like playing the Goes for practice or in a tournament, whatever, I never want the 1 to go in the side.
I agree.
Ever.
Yeah, I want the 1 ball to come up towards the kitchen. Okay, make sure he gets a rail here.
Yes.
Just got it, but good shot.
That was a good shot.
So now this is pretty straightforward. The short rail at the bottom of the screen here, that medium speed, trying to get the 2 ball up in the kitchen.
And I'm trying to hit on the little bit on the right hand side of the 2 as we're looking at it. So the cue ball kind of goes toward the 9, and the 2 ball goes maybe over to the side rail and up to the short rail.
Yeah, I think the speed here really maximizes.
It is, and again, this is like a soft to medium speed.
Yep.
Kind of a medium.
Rarely are you going to see good players kick at warp speed.
Oh, he is.
Is he jumping this?
I don't know if he.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Shot.
Well, if you're Jesse Link, you don't have to. Oh, I was going to say, oh no, not after that.
Wow.
That was a great shot, Jesse. That was amazing.
I certainly didn't consider that. I mean,
no.
We saw in the last match when you're hitting a ball thin on a jump shot, it's very easy for the cue ball just to jump over the edge, and that's what I would be scared of there.
He hit that fantastic, and got rewarded for it.
Yeah, and he did it in socks. I mean, that's gonna be worth something. All right, so here I don't mess with this. I try to come up, play the 5 ball on the side. Yeah, have a
right where he's looking.
Yep,
yeah,
exactly. Just don't get past it. You got a natural angle to the 6.
Yeah, normally I would play the 5 in the corner. But when the ball's on the rail like that, I mean, there's no reason to. He can just kind of float it up where he is.
He's going to hit just before the side.
Now, you don't want to go too far because then you're wrong angled on the 5. But I think he got almost exactly where he was pointing his stick. And this is just kind of draw it back up the rail a little bit, but not too far.
Diamond, maybe.
Yeah, 2nd diamond, a little beyond.
Yep,
perfect. He's hitting the ball good.
Yep. All right. Roll this ball a little top right and come straight up the table towards the 9 ball.
I like just hitting this as a stun shot.
You stunning this?
Yep. And just floating right back down toward the 9.
All right.
Yep. Well, he drew it. I would have just came straight down, but his worked out.
Still okay. And stay tuned. Assuming Jesse makes this 9 ball, we will have a trivia question coming at you very shortly. Jesse Link wins the first set.
Good set for Jesse.
All right. Hold on 1 second. Let me update the score, and then we will be coming at you with a trivia question. Again, get ready. First one to type in the chat the correct answer will win the tickets to the Jaguars versus Chargers on November 16th. All right, everybody in the chat. Here's the trivia question. Shane Van Boning holds the record for the most Mosconi Cup appearances in the history of pool. How many appearances has he made for the U.S. Mosconi Cup team? First one to answer in the chat gets the tickets.
It's furiously typing.
Well, that's at least you're honest. Becca Link comes in with 12. That is not correct. 14, 8. Those are not correct.
Uh-oh.
Jimmy Binge comes in with the correct answer at 18. You guys got to get better at Googling. Jimmy, I will be reaching out to you. I'll get your number from Jesse, and congratulations on the tickets. James Binge with the winner 18 Mosconi Cup appearances.
You can actually type it in so it stays in the record for
All right, back to the second set. Congratulations, James. Hopefully you show up wearing a Jaguars jersey, not a Chargers jersey. But congratulations. Tune in next week. We will also have another giveaway. Don't know if it's going to be Jaguars tickets, but it will be something.
Can't believe that 3-ball is sitting there. From our angle, at least, it looks tucked away in there. So it's good that he's got this combo to shoot. I would have shot that a little softer. Maybe hope both balls went in, but he might be able to twirl this in. Good shot by Jesse. Hey, Wanda, it's Scott Rolliter and Justin Deaton. Okay, he's going to have to work the ball a little bit here. Not sure. He should be able to, might be able to draw it with some low left. I think that 9's on the way to go forward. Yeah, he hit that really good. I don't like going that way. It's not horrible if your speed is perfect, but scooting up the rail's a little bit easier. But we'll see what he does
coming
here.
Across the line there, as you've referenced in the previous match.
Sometimes you have to, but yeah, that one it's easier to just come straight up. He might be going for the bank. Oh, he could cut it.
Okay.
Wow, great shot, man. He's firing on all cylinders. That's a very good shot. Hey, Neil, what's up? I don't think I'm taking over everything. I like sitting in the chair critiquing. I've been playing a little bit more, though, so I'm getting a little excited with some of the tournaments coming up and stuff. So we'll see if my old eyes can still make a few balls here and there. Oh, yeah, we were trying to do a replay earlier.
Give it like 10 seconds, and then click Save Replay, and then scroll down here. and hit the eye on instant replay.
Okay, got it.
All right, Jesse Link to break in rack 2. I've just been informed by Jesse Link that next week we'll be giving away a foursome, well, really a twosome at Jacksonville Golf and Country Club to play a round of golf with myself and Jesse Link at Jacksonville Golf and Country Club. If you haven't played there, it's a great course, a private course here in Jacksonville. So tune in next week, and if you are not a golfer, maybe somebody that you know or would want to gift that to would be interested in it. So tune in next week, and we will be giving away a twosome at Jacksonville Golf and Country Club, completely free of charge, to play with myself and Alpha Apparel's founder Jesse Link.
It's a great course. Played there many times back when I used to golf. Good shot. Perfect. You should be able to just follow forward and float back up toward the 3. Yeah, he's okay. Nice to get a little closer, but
Yeah, I think
this is still your 2-rail shot here, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Again, if you're a little closer, you can be a little more accurate on it, but ultimately you're still kind of digging down on the ball, a little draw out of the corner, and pretty natural. Ooh, underhit it.
Yep. Spin just didn't quite grab.
Yeah. Sometimes, I'll do that every once in a great while, trying to hit the ball too sweet, sort of, and the draw turns into more of like a, I don't know, kind of like a slidey kind of, yeah. And as soon as you do it, you're like, oh no, because you really want to hit through that ball and have the draw still there. But he recovered very well. That's the name of the game too. Like the higher you go, even just hitting those little recovery shots when you're a little bit out of line, because everybody gets out of line. Yeah, I like the fact that maybe thankfully he had to go for his extension, but he's in a good position here, so take a little time and.
Yep, go ahead and spin out, hit that second rail.
Yeah, just nice and easy. Yeah.
Yep, perfect. Jesse Link is in pilot mode. Barring the unthinkable, I missed this shot, but I've never missed it from the commentator booth. That's for sure. Stayed down on it. Great shot.
Ooh, watch that pocket.
It's funny you said that. It's funny how often you scratch from that angle. You couldn't shoot a ball in from there.
Yeah.
But
One good tip again for any aspiring players is to spend a little time and practice. Whether you play 9-ball or 10-ball, but most people are probably playing 9-ball, and put the 9 kind of in that area by the spot, because it tends to stay there a lot after the break, and put your cue ball at all these different angles where you typically are going to end up leaving yourself, and practice hitting the 9 so that like the speed and the spin you need to make the ball, and just practice like seeing it. It comes up so often, like even where he just grabbed the cue ball from, you end up seeing pros accept that angle on the 9 so much because they practiced it a ton.
yeah, I mean, for you guys out there listening, that's the best advice that you're going to get. I mean, often people mess up on the last 3 balls, not paying attention to angles, but absolutely what Scott said.
Yeah, Jesse and I were just talking about this earlier. So his break, he's squatting the cue ball real nice, he's hitting them square, but there's not enough power being transferred to the 1 to get it to continue over toward the right corner pocket, which is really where you want to leave it. But nonetheless, he can still play a good save here.
So multiple inning game, most likely here. I mean, even after you solve the problem of the 1, 2, 4, 5, then you've got the 6, 7.
Yeah, that's pretty tied up right now. So
I mean, he can maybe make some progress here. He really didn't. But we'll see how this plays out. I don't know if Rod can see the ball or not.
Yeah, this is a game for Rod, I think, that don't try to be too aggressive. There's balls tied up and just kind of chip away, play some good shots, some good saves, and just try to get back in it.
Yeah, I think there he was really more just focusing on getting the cue ball down towards his end of the table. It was a little bit of a flyer, but
Yeah.
he came out okay, although he did leave a natural angle. If Jesse pots this ball, he should be good on the 2. Myrtle Beach Billiards in the house. Good to see you here. So this is a pretty standard safety. He double kissed a little bit, but that's one of the key safety shots that you referenced earlier, that kind of crossing the ball, going short rail to short rail.
Yeah.
Something that I know I've practiced a lot, and I'm sure you have practiced a tremendous amount.
Let's see what Jesse does here. Good shot. Yeah, that end-to-end safety is huge. That's kind of one of my core 7 safeties that I teach, and a good tip for it usually when you're trying to hit the ball, if you're able to hit it rather full, is just to imagine hitting the cue ball up and down the table, because you're transferring almost all the energy from the cue ball to the object ball, and it really helps you kind of work on your speed control. A lot of people underhit or overhit that safety, and then you leave the ball 2 diamonds out, and it's makeable. But
great shot there by Jesse.
Yeah,
But yeah,
he's
you hit
doing
on
good.
something really important, is understanding the physics of the cue ball in relation to the object ball. A full ball hit, 100% of the cue ball energy is transferred to the object ball, and 50%, a half ball hit is 50-50, but also a quarter ball, the cue ball is going to travel 3 times as far as the object ball. So
Yep.
using that in safeties is really paramount, and understanding that relationship. See what he does here. Great shot.
That was a fantastic decision. Yeah, good shot. And what's really great about that is I think he slid the 6 out just enough to where it's makeable. So now this is one where I may try to kick this a little harder, trying to make something happen. Which he tried to do. He may catch it 5 rails. Oh, that is hard to do.
Yeah, I if I'm not mistaken, I think this is Rod's first time playing on this table, and again, he's missed a
It
couple
is.
of. Okay, yeah, Scott was telling me it is. He's missed a couple of kicks long, which is standard for faster equipment.
Yep. That shot was brutal, though, missing it on the 5 rail. That's a standard 3 cushion pattern, and I watched a guy one time in 3 cushion had 2 balls where there was probably a ball and an 1/8 between the balls, and he went between them off of 3 rails and came back off the 5th rail and went between them again. And the odds of that are just astronomical.
Right.
Well, Jesse's
All right. So now this is a question I've been dying to ask you, Scott. So from this angle, how are you playing this?
I wouldn't no disrespect to Jesse, but I wouldn't leave myself that angle if I had the choice. Because now you've got to kind of either go forward, with a little bit of spin and kind of come down near the side pocket, or you've got to kind of draw it with a little less or a little more angle. You have a little more straightforward shot. But let me see how he hits it. Yeah, and this is exactly what I was talking about before. Leaving yourself these kind of angles and not trying to get so close. He was able to get the most out of that shot. And I like that. I like what he did.
I call that the death angle. It's not full. There's not an angle. It's about maybe a 3/4, 5/8 ball.
Yeah, it was great.
Hit. He did well with it. But also too, have you ever had the issue with adding the extension to the cue and then it throwing off speed control?
Yeah. Not only speed control, but deflection too. It's so easy for your tip to end up moving somewhere where you're not expecting it to be. So, yeah, I've found over time, to me, I'd rather have more angle on that shot and then play low right and come back down towards the 2nd, 3rd diamond, below the side pocket. It just, I don't know, it's more natural. I can hit the ball smoother. The angle he had, I would probably use high left, and I would have gone, I like the way he did it, or I would have came around the table. But again, now you're stretched. You got to use some spin. So,
Yep.
yeah. So, but again, the way he hit that, what I like about that is he didn't try to get too much out of it. Sometimes you try to get that extra foot out of the cue ball and you bobble the shot because you just, you hit it too hard.
Yeah, I know that is such a good point of, don't sacrifice missing the eight ball to try to get perfect on the 9. I mean, you can make the 9 ball from a variety of angles, especially since you don't have to play position. So he did it well. I think sometimes, people try to get too perfect on the 9 ball. Just don't sacrifice the 8 trying to get for the 9. So
Yeah.
I don't know if he can see this 1 ball here. Let's
I don't
see
think
what
he can.
does.
Yeah, and it's funny because the first probably 10, 15 years even that I played pool, I don't know what my Fargo would have been back then. They didn't have it, but I played pretty decent, but I was more in shot maker mode, and I would have 100% landed kind of where Jesse did on that shot and just powered it, power everything around the table. And as I got older and my eyes got worse, I realized it's better to have maybe a 20, 25-degree angle on the ball and just roll the ball gently around. I mean, the pocket becomes so receptive at those speeds. He's in pretty good shape here.
Yeah,
We
that was the
overdrew
only
that,
problem,
yeah.
was overdoing it on that
Yep.
soft cloth.
That was a big stroke.
Yeah.
To me, you needed like a 6 or 8 inch draw there. And even if you came a little not perfectly straight on the ball, but we'll see.
I think controlling the draw there on those touchy draw shots, it's really hit more towards the center of the ball, maybe
Yes.
a half a tip low, as opposed to hitting really low and trying to feather it.
On newer cloth or new-ish cloth, I like to maybe go a half tip below center.
Yeah.
For that same reason. Yep. But he recovered well, got a nice friendly bump, but that's okay. And
Taking an angle here,
little light.
He certainly did. Now, the speed of the cloth really dictates how you play this. On worn-in cloth, I'm spinning this with a lot of right, but it may not take. So let's see what he does.
I would just go back and forth here with
hit above the side
just
pocket.
just like that. Yep, perfect. And get away from the rail, and then you can just, yep, that's perfect. And again, right here, just a high ball and just float down 2 rails and play the 9 on the low left, top left. Some people might like to spin out of the corner, but I prefer just to come straight down, even if I have to use just a hair of inside like that. Perfect.
Yeah, I'm only using spin if I think I need it to
Yeah.
get off the rail.
I mean, again, if you use like a touch of inside, you're not really altering the accuracy of your shot at all. It was a good out.
Yeah, Jesse's really playing well. That's what you got to do to a player like Rod. I mean, keep him in the chair. Don't give him a lot of chances.
Yeah, Rod can be dangerous 100%.
Very
Yeah.
dangerous. I've seen it firsthand.
And I think that he had a few opportunities now, but I've seen Jesse play enough over the years where if he gets rolling, even if the position maybe isn't ideal on every shot, he's got the shot making ability to recover from it. And he's doing that here.
He's playing with a lot of confidence.
Confidence, yeah, that's such a big deal in pool.
Yep.
It really is.
We really appreciate that, Stephen. We, try to add a little bit and not take away from the experience of watching the pool. But I'm fortunate to be here with Scott Roleader, who is one of the instructors here in Jacksonville. Great player, great knowledge. So hopefully you guys get a little bit from it listening to him commentate.
All right, here we go.
And here we go. Rod just hoping to get a chance back at the table. One ball, wing ball in as expected.
So funny. Jesse and I were talking about that before the first match started, and his one ball is landing exactly the same spot every time. And he told me he's trying to figure out how to do something to get it to move just a little more, because then look, you'd have an opening shot.
So I think here, coming off the left side of the 1, bringing the cue ball up towards the corner where he's standing, bring the 1 ball over by the 4. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all, yeah. It's pretty natural, and as long as you get the 1 on the rail, you got a lot of cover there. So.
And, man, when you're leaving 4-0 and the guy gets out of the chair and is just welded and has
Just get the speed down. Yeah, he hit that just perfect, yeah.
Yeah, man, and getting against this long rail and taking off that short rail, that's
And then you're down, and now you come to the table, and it's like what we were talking about before. You don't have to make every ball, but controlling the table.
Yeah. I mean, Rod really has to feel like he's up against it.
Okay, he did come on the lawn side of that as well, but he did hit it, so that was good. A little fortunate there.
Yeah, he's got a little problem with the 4-5. I might play safe here behind the 8, just like that's a good shot. I think he got him. Yep.
I think he should be. He might be able to. He'll be able to hit off the top rail for sure, or swerve. But again, might end up leaving a shot either way.
Yeah, I mean, even if he swerves it, it's going to end up by the cue ball, and if he makes it, he has really no shot. So I think Jesse did pretty well there.
He did well. He could have really locked him up though. Yeah.
But I think this is the right shot there. Get it, hit it firm, try to create.
Oh yeah, he could tie it up with those balls down there. He may have. I can't tell from here.
I think he's gonna not like his next shot.
Well, that would be for sure. Yeah. Yeah, this is where, again, doing all those drills and learning how to hit stop shots from different distances. If he can't make this, yeah, just to put him right there. Oh, a little unfortunate line of there, but I don't think with the 9 in the way, I don't think he can get over there anyways.
Yeah, I don't think
he's
so.
looking there, though. I wish we had the overhead view, but man, I don't see from this angle how he's going to... Maybe he can get by above the 9.
Yeah, he's coming. Yeah,
he could. Wow, that was crazy.
And he had to try to straighten it out.
I did not see that he could get that much of the rail. I thought Jesse really had him blocked, but
he's got a little chance here because the 4 doesn't pass cleanly past the 5. But with a player of Jesse's caliber, you really expect Rod not to get back to the table.
I'll tell you,
a productive shot.
Sorry to cut. I didn't mean to cut you off. I don't mind getting the right angle on the 3 here and floating down underneath the 4. Looks like I think he's going to settle for the combo.
Yeah, I like your shot of kind of stunning, underneath between the 4 and the rail.
Yeah, I would try to get an angle where I could roll it a little more, but
Yep.
He just did like that, yeah, which is good. Yep.
Yeah, well.
I just like that. The combo really isn't bad there. They're close together. If you make it, you have a shot on the 4 afterwards, but I like what he did. Oh, that was the first shot that he kind of shot a little quick.
Yeah, I mean, he got down and I think one stroke that.
He
ball.
did.
That
He was feeling it. I love the confidence, though.
Sure. I mean,
it was great. He was like, "I'm out."
All right. Well, this is the. It's not ideal, but this is the opening that Rod has, and let's see how he does. He's a capable player. Let's see what happens.
Easy safe is just coming off the top of the 4 somehow and leaving distance. I don't mind going the other way and trying to lock him up. Put the 4 on the rail and put the cue ball under the 5.
I mean, you're down 4-0 in this deciding set against a good player. I mean, how much discipline do you got to have?
You got to have discipline and patience, though. See, I like that safe. He's lining up right there. Yep, very nicely done. That's the one I like.
Great shot. Great shot.
It's so easy to hit as long as you just judge the angle right. That was a good shot. Yeah, you got to bear down. It is tough. Your instincts are to just fire away and make something happen, but I mean, I'll be honest, right now, the way Jesse's playing, it might be tough to come back, but, weird things happen. I don't know how. Oh.
Wow.
I was going to say, I didn't know he could get there, but that was a good try.
Look at that safety by Rod again. I mean, that was top notch here.
And for people watching, again, just look at how, soft and simple it is. You don't always have to be moving both balls, multiple rails to get a good save.
Yeah,
just
I mean, that's
natural angles. Yeah, he did a really good job with that.
All right, let's see what he got. It's one shot at a time. You can't
be good for his. It'd be good for his confidence to just get out here. So I would have came up a little bit, but I think he likes this angle better.
Maybe
Maybe
the side pocket. Yeah, come in line.
Yeah, that's fine.
I played Rod. He likes to use a lot of spin, and he's
now on this shot. He may be seeing something at the table, but I like to just take a quick peek because I want to see what my angle is for the 8 to the side, make sure I'm on the opposite side of that so that I'm floating up toward the 9. I don't want to have to do any crazy 3-rail shots, but he did well. Yeah, it's good.
Yep, just bear down, on the rail, really. All right, Rod Galan is on the board in the second set against Jesse Link. He's a grinder. I know he's not going to give this away. So hopefully he can put a rack or two together. He breaks and runs a rack, breaks and then plays safe the next rack. Things can change.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, there's our man, Raj Mustafa, the man himself, putting together a perfect rack. We, again, appreciate Raj for setting up the Raj Mahal.
Yeah, this is great. I've watched a few matches here and there over the years. It's my first time being physically here, and definitely appreciate Raj for inviting people in his home and the great setup that he has. This is it's really nice.
Yeah, I can't say enough good things. Raj is a great guy, great setup, doing a lot of things for the sport that I love.
This is a great concept. I really like it.
All right, let's see. So the one ball went in the side, which we talked about can lead to problems. I don't know if the 2 goes in the top left. If it does, it may be worth shooting. What do you think here?
Yeah, if it goes, for sure I'm shooting it, and I think he'll get enough kind of deflection off the 2 to where he can float upward and play the 3 in the side. But if it doesn't go, I would probably want to jack up and play safe. He looks like he's shooting at it. Oh, he shot it in the side. That was a difficult
steep angle.
That was a difficult shot.
I think he's going to get away with it.
Yeah. And if I was going to shoot it in the side, which isn't horrible, I would have rolled the cue ball. You keep hearing me say roll, 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 but if you ever take lessons from me, you'll see why.
Yeah, there's an order of operations to the cue ball, and rolling the cue ball is the best way to control it. Roll with spin being the second, and then stun with spin, and then draw is the hardest, way to control the cue ball. I think he's going to play our safe that we talked about, cross the 2 ball going up. I don't love that, the way he played it.
Yeah, I don't know if he was trying to get a bump off the 6 and stick the cue ball behind the 9. That was pretty adventurous, but not bad if it would have worked. Again, now Raj just got he looked like he twitched on that when he stroked through it.
Didn't lose his head, but I'm coming off the left side of the 2, trying to get between the 8 and the rail and up towards this corner.
You might be able to fire this ball in. I mean, thin hit just going back and forth. I played safe.
Even
okay.
Better.
Kind of keeping the screws on. Yeah, and once again, he got a full ball between him and the 2, and for the jumpers out there, not a bad jump, but again, to be able to actually do something with the ball where you're going to gain an advantage, I think it's more of a random outcome at these skill levels. Again, you got the 700-800 Fargos, then sometimes they can hit that really well. I think he's blocked from seeing enough of the ball to make it. If he is, just kind of the kick and stick off the bottom or top rail as we're looking at it.
I mean, can he kick this in off the long rail? He must be able to see it. He's not even measuring it.
Oh, yeah, he could see enough of it. Okay, yeah, the angles are so deceiving.
All right, well, let's see if he can get the job done here. I mean, not a lot of problems, but again,
again, 3 rails back down to the 4. Or is that that's not the 4 down there, that's the 7, sorry. Yeah, with those 4 balls being at the top of the table as we're looking at it, that's not boding well for Rod.
So, I think he's okay here, but man, he got that weird angle. Either get a little straighter or...
Yeah, this isn't too bad. I don't mind just kind of
hitting. He was better than I thought.
So and then depending on his angle there with the 9 there, I might 2-rail it out of the corner.
For me
But if,
here, I'm
or
gonna
you just
rail
float
this
up to middle
over.
table. I
Yeah,
mean, that's
think
fine
I'm going
too.
2 rails out.
No, he went between them. Okay, I don't like that for just to me the pocket.
Yeah.
But again, he's down at the table seeing it, so he may have a perfect angle to
Stun
do
this
that.
across, 9 ball in the same pocket, and we should be done. He looks like he may be.
Yeah, he could
following it.
even
That's
float it
fine
around.
also,
Yeah, I don't mind that. Just don't decel. He
which
kind of
did.
decelled a little bit. Yep. And I am an expert at that stroke, so I know when I see it.
Yeah, well,
But again, he's a great shot maker. He's just a little underneath the 9.
And if he misses this, he's going to get safe.
Yeah, I
So
don't
just-
expect him to miss it. Yeah.
And that will do it. Jesse
Yeah.
Link wins the second set, two sets in a row. It really is not reflective of how Rod played. I mean, Jesse
No.
kind of caught a gear. These are short sets, and this is Rod's first time out. But he's a great player. Look forward to seeing him again.
Yeah.
Congratulations to James Binge on the tickets. Be sure to tune in next week for the golf outing. And with that, any parting words to our audience, Scott?
No, thanks for having me, and great doing commentary with you. It was fantastic, and hope to do it again.
Yep. Good night, everyone. Tune in next week, same time, 6 p.m. I will be playing at 8 p.m. So, if you want to see if I can put my money where my mouth is, be sure to tune in. It's a lot harder on the felt than it is in the commentary room. But good night, everyone, and God bless.